So everyone remember, it's not how you play the game, it's how you kick the crap out of anyone causing you trouble.
Everyone ready to do this? You know I am.
What is up, guys, gals, and you awesome means and gamers of different shapes and sizes? It is me, Josh, again, or Proxy, bringing you some Uncharted 4 co-op today on the PlayStation 4 Pro, and it is pretty freaking awesome. As you can see, so excited to do this because I love Uncharted. It's one of my favorite series, and especially because one of my favorite game modes in Uncharted as a series as well was the co-op horde mode. It was so good, but don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed this video and why not subscribe for more Uncharted content in the future, because I really want to show more of this as well. Maybe do some co-op videos, maybe review the minions. That'd be so awesome, so fantastic. But I want to show you this gameplay because I just had a really good time with it. This is actually one of my first matches playing this in the co-op. I haven't actually had a major chance of actually doing it myself because obviously I've been camping and that sucked, but now I have survived. I have got out of that situation. It was kind of like a survival horde mode in a sense by just camping, you know, because you're with all these people, but you have to try and survive them while not actually having technology and Wi-Fi, and it was depressing, and I just need a hug. I just gonna punch my mic there as well, I apologize. But I wanted to show you this gameplay because obviously Uncharted is awesome, and also because it's actually bringing out loads of really cool content for Uncharted, especially with the DLC single player story coming out where you play as Chloe, which is really cool. Can't wait for that, because Chloe's actually one of my favorite characters as well. I've also loved every single character in Uncharted, but Chloe had this really kind of like awesome uniqueness about her where it was kind of like Tomb Raider, but a little bit more with balls. I don't know if that's kind of like the right thing. It was kind of like Chloe in Uncharted is kind of like how Tomb Raider used to be, you know? Like the Tomb Raider now is like very realistic, very kind of like human, but like the original Tomb Raider, Lara Croft, was this like real kind of like action movie badass. And I feel like Chloe actually has that kind of action movie badass thing about her. And so it's kind of nice having a different kind of Tomb Raider / Lara Croft as like a completely different person, you know, in a completely different series. That's just really badass. Because as we already know, Drake doesn't actually kind of give that vibe of Lara Croft or anything like that, even though they are both treasure hunters. They are completely two different types of people. Like, Drake in a sense is still a believable kind of like human character, even though he whoops some serious ass cheeks. But Chloe was just really badass, and so it was kind of like awesome that we actually get that content, but it's now that thing where they're actually giving out free multiplayer content, so being able to play the horde mode, just kill some goons, and enjoy that Uncharted gameplay, because the standalone gameplay by itself is just really good to its core. So just being able to do that casually, pick up the game, pick up the controller, have a little match, and then turn it off is a really fun thing to do. Because obviously if you're going to play the campaign, you kind of have to dedicate yourself to it. You kind of get this little feeling that you have to kind of see it to the end, I feel. You can't really just pick a random chapter and just play it. You know, if it's Uncharted, you want to play the entire story, it just hooks you, it grips you, it baits you with little breadcrumbs of narrative awesomeness that just makes you want to play it until the credits roll. But also now having this ability to just play the multiplayer but by yourself against AI, it's just kind of nice. It's just kind of awesome, and it kind of is kind of respectable in other games as well, like say in Call of Duty, where you could play the multiplayer but with AI as well, especially in things like Black Ops 3, which was really bad to be able to play with the AI and just enjoy all the guns and stuff like that, having to worry about unlocking them and things like that too. But what's kind of cool is that with Uncharted, all the guns feel really useful and really awesome, so like you could just play with like the AK-47 or just a pistol, and it would still feel like a really good fun experience, because the guns just have that much amazing kick to them. Unlike say in a Call of Duty game or like any kind of like first person shooter or maybe any other game like that, it always felt like you needed a better gun, you know? Like, but in this, it doesn't feel like you need a better gun. It feels like you can actually handle the situation with the guns that you have. Another really good example is, say, like Gears of War 4. Now, Gears of War 4 actually does have, like, a co-op mode, as we know, and I've actually talked about this, where it wasn't very good, but it's kind of interesting to see a co-op mode kind of like just added on, you know, just for fun by Naughty Dog, where it doesn't actually have that kind of immense depth of, say, what like Gears of War 4 had, but it's still better. Like, somehow the gameplay is just a little bit more tight, the guns just feel a little bit more believable. You also have that thing where you can see like the health bar on an enemy. I don't know if you can turn that off or not, I'm not too sure, but it's this thing where just like every bullet that you fire in Uncharted feels like it counts. Like, another game that kind of reminds me of that is, say, like Time Splitters. The Time Splitters series always had this really amazing ability where every single shot that you fired and every single kind of like round that connected with an enemy body felt like it meant something, like it actually mattered to doing damage to the enemy. And so even in Uncharted, it actually has that as well, while in games like, say, Gears of War, where if you're using the Lancer, and this is something that always really bugged me about the Lancer, is that when you're firing that gun, it's firing so many bullets, but it feels like it's not doing anything. Like, you're seeing blood come out of the enemy, but they're kind of just like taking it and shrugging it off like some kind of bullet sponge, which is kind of weird. But in Uncharted, you don't have that. You don't have that in the co-op mode, so it feels like when you are actually attacking those like enemies or those really heavy duty kind of enemies, you're doing something. You're actually kind of like allowing them to react to your attacks, and you're actually making something kind of effective by it. So that's kind of nice, that's really cool. Love to know your opinion in the comment section below. But what about everything else as well? Now, this is a thing too where it comes to Uncharted and its co-op mode, is that this one feels a little bit light when it comes to the content. I'm not too sure if anybody agreed with this. I've only played 2 matches of it, so I will be doing more of this in the future. But it was this thing where, in the original Uncharted 2 co-op, which was so cool, so amazing, I highly recommend it. Even to this day, the Uncharted 2 co-op is probably one of the best co-op survival, like, horde mode experiences ever. So good. So awesome. I got so addicted to it when I was in university. I remember now all the good old days. I feel like an old man needing his pills. I'm so lonely. But it was that really cool kind of like, I don't know, like the original Uncharted didn't have anything like that. It was just kind of like a single player experience. It just had that one story mode and that was kind of it. But then in Uncharted 2 they ended up doing multiplayer, they ended up doing the co-op, and you obviously had that fantastic campaign as well. But like, in it had so much depth to it where you could do things like having to chase down the idols and having to take those down to like a chest box on the opposite side of the map while enemies try and take you down, and then also having that ability to have like co-op partners like help you and stuff, which was really badass. But then in this one it feels like, obviously it feels like a little bit more like a quick add-on, like it feels pretty much just like the multiplayer deathmatch where you're fighting against AI, but obviously it is a co-op survival, but you don't have that kind of, I haven't seen that you'd be able to like pick up the idols and like take them across the map and stuff. I've only played 2 matches and I've only played in 2 different maps, so I haven't really seen that yet, but hopefully it's actually in there, because in this map you do actually see me do a little bit of kind of like King of the Hill where you have to like protect a specific area, which is kind of cool, and so you do have that, which is kind of nice. And the other thing that you also have is the ability to bring an AI partner with you, which is kind of cool too. Like, this isn't actually a player character, this is actually somebody that is just an AI helping me. And this is something that we've seen in other games too, like say Gears of War, where originally, like say in Gears of War 1, if you died, like say if you got downed, you would be dead, even if you had that AI partner with you who was Dom. And it was only in like the later games where you'd actually be able to get picked up from a down state by an AI partner, but in this, from the get-go, you can actually get picked up by a AI partner, which is obviously Elena for this one, which is, I thought, was kind of a nice touch. Like, it would be kind of cool if you could kind of just have you, like, by yourself, but maybe it would be a little bit hard, a little bit less fun if you do get down and you get really far into it, because something that they've also done is they've ended up implementing kind of like a wave system in the game, which basically means that you can only play specific waves, and then you have to kind of like go into the main menu and then swap and go into the next ones, because you get like a rating system to it as well. So there's like a wave system, a rating system within that wave system, where basically you have to take down a specific set of difficulty-based AI in, like, I think it must be like 5 waves per kind of like wave kind of like category. And then, as you can see, you have to try and get these 3 stars. And I think I only get like 1 or 2 stars in this one, but it's this thing where it seems kind of interesting that you can't just like go from wave 1 to say like wave 50, or see how far you can get from wave 1 to wave 50. You have to do wave 1 to 5, and then go to the main menu, change it then to wave 5 to 10, I think it is, or maybe like 5 to 15, possibly, potentially, I'm not too sure, but it just felt a little bit weird that they did that, where they kind of like broke up the horde mode into these kind of like unusual kind of like split cut-off sections. Maybe they've done it so then like there's different maps for each one, I'm not too sure, but it was like, it just kind of like broke it up a little bit, because I do actually really like the co-op mode kind of like experience where you do actually see how far you can actually get, and so hopefully there is actually that option in there that I haven't actually found. Look how that cool that gun looks when you fire it. And I love as well when they fire a grenade past you, that actually Drake kind of like acknowledges it and kind of reacts to that. I think that's really badass. You know, it's just that kind of like thing of the evolution of gaming and how it is with the times now, which I think is really cool, where they've actually been able to use that technology to make it so that when a bullet flies past your face, you actually feel it fly past your face because the character reacts to that. I think that's just really awesome. I'd love to know your opinions though in the comment section below. This has been some Uncharted 4 co-op and it is so good. Let me know if you've been... Where did he go? Got completely ejected, went back to his own planet. I love how this grenade launcher just kind of like throws people into the air like a bouncy ball. That is amazing. But would love to know your opinion. All of this added on co-op mode, which is completely free in Uncharted 4, so definitely go check it out if you have the game now, or just go buy the game because it is so good. Uncharted 4 is a fantastic game and it deserves to be experienced by you the player and also by you the minion. But let me all know your opinion, because I would love to know, and also I'll be doing some follow-up videos, maybe spotlight some of your comments as well. But it has been me, Josh, aka Noir Proxy, bringing you some Uncharted 4 co-op on the PlayStation 4 Pro, and it's been pretty freaking awesome. And I'll see you all next time. Ciao for now.